Super Mario Galaxy 2 is one of the most special and amazing games that was ever made. It is the first time that Nintendo did a direct sequel to a 3D Mario game, and the only time I would really count. I was 10 years old when Galaxy 2 was announced and released, and it was the first time in my life where I actually awaited the release of a 3D Mario game and experienced the game when it came out. And these memories are something special I held with me for the last 15 years. And those are things that I think I will keep with me for the rest of my life. There are a lot of games that really show the magic of Nintendo, but this is one of those games where you really feel it. But what makes it so special? Didn't Galaxy 2 just continue what the first part did and not really innovate? Well, this game wasn't very groundbreaking when it comes to innovation, but it didn't need to be. Where Galaxy 2 succeeds the most is by creating a very positive feeling. This game feels like a friend who you really want to spend time with, and whenever you do, you just feel better, because it has a very positive vibe to it. Just look at the world of Fluffy Bluff Galaxy and tell me you don't feel a lot of joy when jumping through this world. And somehow all of the different galaxies in this game have such a nice power and atmosphere to them, which just give the player so many fun emotions. This game is the opposite of boring. It has much more worlds than Galaxy 1, and at the same time I really enjoy to come back to the same world and do missions, which is the reason why I really love Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Sunshine. And Super Mario Galaxy I also love for this. But in Super Mario Galaxy 2 we have a huge variety of worlds, and the missions we do in these worlds, they are something special. I mean, how can you not feel happy after climbing this tree in Tall Trunk Galaxy? Or after going through this section on 3Z Flake Galaxy? And then there's the Supermassive Galaxy, which took a concept first seen in Super Mario Bros. 3. And, well, I mean, the way how they do it in this galaxy, I cannot put into words how nice this feels. And then there's the second star in Cosmic Cove Galaxy, which somehow became one of my favorite stars in all of the 3D Mario games. And yeah, I could just go on with examples like this. My point is, when you experience this game, you will have one memorable moment after the other, and you don't feel like you keep doing the same thing, because this game is filled with positive, amazing experiences, and also some moments of quiet sadness, which somehow transform into very positive emotions again. There are a lot of people that say that this game is very linear, and to be honest, I never really noticed, at least until I really thought about it. And I guess it really is a very linear game, but it doesn't feel like it. Not like these games right here. I think the biggest problem that Galaxy 2 has is the existence of Super Mario Galaxy 1. Because Super Mario Galaxy 1 is just one of the greatest games that was ever made. And so is Galaxy 2. But these games have more differences than you might think. Super Mario Galaxy 1 was very cinematic and epic, and I love the game for this. Galaxy 1 has bigger worlds and has some areas which are a bit like the classical 3D Mario sandbox style, and Galaxy 2 has almost none of this. And both games do what they are so perfectly well, and I just really love playing through Galaxy 1, and I think I will make a lot of videos on this channel in the future where I talk about the greatness of this game. But Galaxy 2 is more like an alternative universe version of Galaxy 1, because it seems like the story of Galaxy 1 never happened in Galaxy 2, which is very evident. I mean, Mario doesn't know Rosalina, and this Star Festival that only happens every 100 years also happens at the beginning of Galaxy 2, and the story is just different and has much less depth than Galaxy 1, which is not a big problem. At the same time, I really like the intro of Galaxy 2 because it really shows the progression of 2D Mario to 3D Mario. Of course, I was a bit disappointed when the game came out that we lost the cinematic style of Galaxy 1, but I mean, we have that game and we can always play Galaxy 1 if we feel like that. And of course, the entire intro, not just the cinematic scenes at the beginning, also how you are alone on this planet with the rabbits, and all of this is one of the most epic, memorable beginnings of a story in video game history. And to even match that seems impossible. But of course, just imagine, what if they really tried? Because I mean, it's very obvious with Galaxy 2 that they didn't even try. Okay guys, and now I want to thank the sponsor. I'm kidding. This channel is way too small to have a sponsor. If you wanted to stay that way, then don't subscribe to this channel. Like seriously, don't do it. I'm watching you. So yeah, anyway. Galaxy 2 is just very special in its own way, and I can say that while also believing that Galaxy 1 is so amazing. Also, Galaxy 2 was basically the start of having a giant-sized Bowser, which was fine at the time for this game, but then Nintendo just decided to keep doing this, and at one point it was enough, and Nintendo kept doing it anyway. Galaxy 2 has a lot of nods to previous Mario games. And one of the most obvious one is the inclusion of Throwback Galaxy. And to be honest, when I first played Throwback Galaxy, I felt a little bit mixed. But it is a very personal reason, because I grew up with Super Mario 64 DS as my canon version of Super Mario 64. And as some people may know, Super Mario 64 DS actually expanded Whomp's Fortress. And with Nintendo not including that area of the world, for me it felt a little bit like Nintendo was ignoring the existence of Super Mario 64 DS. Well, I didn't know they would keep doing this for the next 15 years, but here we are. Another thing that makes Galaxy 2 amazing is the inclusion of Yoshi. I personally believe that Yoshi and 3D Mario is a great combination. Say whatever you want about this game, but Yoshi made this game better. Yoshi also makes Galaxy 2 better. And I like Yoshi, in case I've never mentioned it. And I'm not a big fan of Yoshi games. Okay, yeah, I know that contradicts itself, but I just enjoy Yoshi so much more in 3D Mario games. And to play as Yoshi in all the other Mario games where it's possible. In Galaxy 2, Yoshi has a lot of fun mechanics and power-ups, and throughout the game you really explore all of them. So I mean, they not only appear once and then it's goodbye, like you get to use them multiple times, imagine. So Yoshi is definitely a good addition to this game. So really the opposite of how it was in Super Mario Sunshine. The inclusion of Yoshi also means that we have to use the pointer much more for the gameplay. There are some people that theorize that this is the reason why Galaxy 2 was omitted in 3D All-Stars. Because, I mean, the pointer controls were not the most convenient on the Switch 1. But I still believe Nintendo just didn't want to give us nice things. I mean, they could have made it work if they wanted to. There are too many things wrong with this thing, and I still love it, because these 3 games are amazing, but oh my goodness, Nintendo, what were you thinking? Okay, just watch this video where I talk much more about it. Anyway, I want more Yoshi in 3D Mario. And then of course, there are the green stars. And to be honest, I don't know how I feel about them, because on one side, they are just a very easy way to add a lot of extra content to the game, but they are just not so much fun. At the same time, I also really like to find hidden things in games, and I had some fun with them, but there are much better ways how you can stretch the game. And I think the purple coin missions in Galaxy 1 were a lot more fun than this. Which doesn't mean they are the most fun part of that game. But I personally think Nintendo took the wrong lessons from this game, because it seems like Galaxy 2 was the last really great and fun Mario game that came out for 7 years, which actually isn't that long, but it definitely felt very long, because we got so many new Super Mario Bros. Games, we got 2 3D Marios that were great, but they didn't compare to all of this. And it took until Mario Odyssey that we got the next very special good Mario game. Yeah, that might be the biggest problem of Galaxy 2, because Galaxy 2 is the best linear style Mario game that was ever made. It is something that I think everyone should experience, especially now, because this game gets more and more forgotten, because it is very inaccessible. I mean, it was omitted in this thing and it's only available on the Wii, and now it's 15 years old and we don't know for sure if it will actually come to the Switch 2. But oh my goodness, I really hope so. And if it does, it will be just amazing. Thank you so much for watching. And if you want to watch something special that I did, then go ahead and see this video where I talk about why everyone should play Life is Strange.